not it was.
Hey,
Oh no, I
take
would have
time though.
just
Take time.
I would have just took these out. I wouldn't go fuck that. Yeah,
Hey,
What's
I'd have
going
it
just
look
on,
been
cool in the
man?
dark now though. I'm lit up and you not. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, I'm about to go get my light. Don't worry. I
She's
know y'all
always
wanna.
bright as the
This
sunshine.
is.
She always
Oh yeah, she brighten
I
up the
know
fun.
this
I'm
too
just
some.
saying.
I know this too subdued for y'all. I know this too. This too much. Let me get my little thing. It's too much.
I like that
Right.
background though. It look kind of dope. Like you could
Right.
tell she outside. It'd be even dope if we could see some stars. That would be ill. Hey, you think you could edit some stars in her background live, nigga?
She can. She can put a background up there.
But I like her background. Though. I like the way that look.
Yeah, I do too. Trying to get everything going so that we can all get the going.
Get to going. Oh, we in. Hey, you got me on that battle rap shit tough, bro. That's all I be listening to at work now. I be hearing niggas in my ear like kick, 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 pow, kick,
Battle rap
and
shit.
all that. All that.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
shit's
that
dope though.
Supernatural. Max still got
I'm
me on
on
the
a
Supernatural.
URL.
Look, that nigga went all the way back to 80, 88 on the nigga.
Oh, he was talking about a
Freestyle
dude. I thought he
Fellowship.
was talking
Yeah.
about a page.
Nah, he talking about a dude.
Freestyle
Now these
Fellowship,
niggas on some
baby.
whole new other shit. So aggressive. You
Freestyle
know what I'm saying?
Fellowship. Look, all you need to know is Freestyle Fellowship. There. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that they're not winning no battles today.
what?
Well,
Yeah,
Mac,
they
you better tell him.
not
all right,
today.
let's
Let's Supernatural.
do this. And we are officially live at 5/7 Central from the Piranha Pond. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining, getting your feet wet. I am your illustrious host, Kingfish Mac, joined as usual, not always so usual, by all the piranhas in the
In
damn
the
pond.
pond.
That's what I'm
What's the
talking
Feeling.
damn deal, world?
Yes, yes.
about.
Hold
Right
on. I
next.
want to take the moment out to say that Nick, every time you come on, you got a little bit more in the background. Look at you, brother. Got nothing going on back there.
Steady baby.
Shit. One time it was just him in the room and him in the wall. Hell, it was him in Wi-Fi. But now he got art and shit now.
Man, yeah, my nigga that had bobcats walking behind him. He done had
Mountain
dogs
lion.
stolen out of kennels. He had
Mothers
6 tattoo
protecting they
people behind him.
mothers protecting they mountain lions.
Definitely
I'm
get the
always
award
moving
for
and
most
shaking, you
obscure
know.
backgrounds, nigga.
My
So,
boy, Mr. Franklin on fire. What's going on with you, man? What you been up to?
what to do, man? Working, man. You know, living, family life, fucking out here in this car at practice, this park, where my boy getting his football on. So, everyday things for everyday folks, brother.
Shit, that's the best life ever right there.
Man, I'll try, goddammit. I'll try.
My boy, Mr. Nick Nass of the Flagrant Background. What's happening with you, baby boy?
Same as usual, man. Keeping them seasoned and sneezing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it.
I do know.
Doing it. You go,
And
Nick.
y'all know,
Shit.
Y'all know who sparkles up the pond and shit? My beautiful cousin Miss Nick. Oh, what's up, baby?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, world? Y'all know what it is? It's Tuesday.
That's right.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. What's been going on in the world? All kind of fucking nothing, huh?
Shit.
All kind of
Crazy
nothing.
ass. Nick, y'all still got fires going on? What's going on?
Oh no, it's tremendous rain.
Okay,
Tremendous.
so that's why y'all got landslides and stuff going on now. Well, trying to not have landslides, right?
Yes, like the whole side of the freeway then came down. So yeah. So if it ain't fire, it's the
It's
mountain
water.
coming down on the freeway.
So when you mean whole side of the interstate, that means that if they know that area is going to be susceptible to slide and mud, they don't want people to drive on that part of the interstate so they won't get killed, basically, or cause wrecks. Is that what you're saying? Or did I just misinterpret
Caltrans do
that?
not care. Caltrans
Yeah.
do not care.
Okay.
See,
Oh, I thought you
just
said they section off one part. Okay, maybe I heard that shit wrong. I thought I
Yeah,
did.
no. But you are correct in a certain kind of way because they'll make one lane. They have all the heavy equipment on one side, so it's not like the interstates in Louisiana. You got the 10, all the rest of those going to Homer's, then the North Shore.
Mhm.
No, it's like a mountain two lane roads for 500 miles. Yeah, and it might be one lane in open every hour and a half or every hour and a half to just to let one lane through. So yeah, it's like that.
yeah,
Or you can straight go
like how
to the
they do in the
coast.
mountains.
Yeah,
Keith, y'all
what I'm
Like
been
how
getting a
they
saying.
lot of
do in the
rain?
mountains.
No, it's just been gloomy as shit. If it rained like in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I woke up
All right,
the
yeah.
other night and seen it was kind of wet outside. I didn't know if it was from the fog
Just
or if it
do.
was from the rain.
Oh, y'all have
Yeah,
bad fog
Hmm.
sometimes?
yeah, it's about that season right now.
Oh, okay.
But it still be warm though. I bet you that.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, but
California, man. I mean,
by the
not
time
warm, but
noontime come around, you get a good little burn off, and then the
Because Nick,
rest of the
you
day
sitting up
kind
in
of.
there in a whole hoodie and a beanie hat on. Shit, it's
Oh
cold
yeah,
your way.
I, I'm gonna
Yeah.
need some galoshes and rain resistant wear. You know
let
what I'm
me
saying?
give you
No
some
church
rainwear.
shoes. Yeah, no click
Okay.
clacks. Yeah,
Are you okay? So are
overalls.
y'all like stranded in yet to where y'all can't go anywhere that they don't recommend driving yet?
Um, because I'm at like high elevation, so it does
Elevation?
do have snow. Yeah, do have snowstorms and so. But
Mhm.
I'm kind of limited to driving anyways. You know what I'm saying? This hurts when I drive anyways. So but
Okay.
I just got to
Okay.
do. Since I'm independent, what I'm saying, I got to kind of do on my own. Like that's why you always see me everywhere. It's like I go to a location and I have to stay there for a couple of hours. Lay down, rest in the car. You know what I'm saying, and keep it moving after that.
You better
You know.
have the monks of fucking Tibet where you at. Because I
Trying to tell
know
you.
they
No,
got them same fucking doctors in LA.
Yeah, I'm trying to
nah.
say you need to come.
They
You
better
need to come
be
back home
the,
and get you a Tesla. They can have that drive you around town. How
they
about
need
that?
to
Right,
be on
right.
the top of Mount Everest, Tibation. Nobody better than them. They better be hella people. They
Look,
must gonna cure you. Cure you,
Nigga,
not fix you, fucking cure you.
nigga up there drinking from the purified waters of Lake
Right.
Lake
Minnetonka or some
Minnetonka.
bullshit.
Right. You know what I'm
That,
saying?
that he
You
got
got.
to be somewhere with elevation is fucking 3.
Nah, he like hunting his
Whatever.
own food.
However
That's all that is.
elevation go.
He he like hunting his own food. That's all. He ain't.
He's
He wouldn't get that
special.
up for the world.
He's so special. None of us could get in the fucking special kingdom but him. Yeah, like y'all couldn't get a piece. Y'all tried. They gonna heal me, but I was the chosen one. Like fuck.
No, it's like what I'm saying. It's how you say it's like what the kung fu kick. What I'm saying, I got the
Yeah,
fresh air
they better
doing
be.
doing some Sylvester Stallone kind of thing, but can't move. Yeah, that's my thing. Rocky Creek. You know what I'm saying? If not, I would
You
have
said
been.
some
I would have been.
Sylvester Stallone type of thing, right?
You know what I'm saying?
With
In
the
the mountain
Rambo.
with logs, picking up rocks,
Hey,
but I can't do none of that.
hey, I told y'all that when we had first started doing the podcast and we was talking about like movies and we was talking about old movies, I told y'all I was a Rambo fanatic.
No,
No,
but
No.
that's a good thing to
Yeah.
know.
it's
I
a
think
good
we might have
thing.
left that out. We did do a favorite movies too.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't, but because you said that, it made me think of that. Now, and I don't get me wrong, of course, it's Sylvester Stallone, but I like him in the role of Rambo. So
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone is
yeah,
dope.
Well,
What's wrong with Sylvester Stallone?
shit.
and
What do
I
you do
tell
bro,
you
now?
what.
Oh, I
I
don't think
tell
he
you
did
what.
that now.
If you come out Nick's front door and bank a hard right and just look right, you're gonna swear to God that you was up in the motherfucking mountains where Rambo had to come down and fuck all them people up. Guarantee
exactly.
that. All with the whole look, you up in the clouds, look like fog, all that shit, right?
The
For
I'm
real.
helicopters.
talking about. I'm talking
Look,
about the scene
can
on
you,
Cliffhanger when he was climbing high. Yeah, that
that's
part.
We
that's
ain't gonna
that's
do
my
none of that.
backyard.
This
That's my
nigga
We
back,
ain't
backyard.
finna do
Cliffhanger was
none
a
of
this nigga
that.
movie too.
backyard,
Speaking of Sylvester
this nigga,
Stallone, yeah,
this nigga backyard come with a theme song. That motherfucker's
right.
woo,
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Gary, this nigga
Type
gonna
of shit
tell
they
me,
only gonna do rituals in.
they gonna tell me
That
when he was
part.
trying to kick me out, right? Nigga said, why don't you go take the dog for a walk in the woods? Nigga,
Oh,
what?
wait a minute. He was trying to make you not come back.
No,
Yeah.
nigga.
All he, all he have to do is
Let,
follow money. Money will let him know when
Talking
something
about
ain't
his
right.
trail. Oh,
let
no,
me
it's
find
easy.
out
It's
you.
trail back
Let
there.
me let me find out you had a sacrifice on the table to get Keita.
Nah,
Right?
none of that. None of
I
that.
mean,
I
you
was like,
sent
look,
him.
look. I told him, I say
Hold on.
your city slicker days is over. Go walk in the woods.
You sent him out in your
Yeah.
mountain forest acting like he know his order war. Shit.
I know nothing
This
about that
Right.
this
shit. I'm an all the way city boy, right?
You know LA love order war. You don't know the real order war.
I don't know how to fucking survive up in them goddamn woods like
Right.
that.
Talk about
Them
go
aminos
to
and
my
something else
battle
out there
cat.
I don't
too.
know what berries to eat. I don't know
Go
what
walk the
snakes to
dog.
kill. Goddamn it!
They
How
got
about that?
battle cats in the background looking at you like you a snack and a meal. Like, do
look,
I run or do I stand? Do I make it easy for them or do I run like I got a chance? Like, and
look,
still
Man, I'm gonna
fucking
make it.
die. And still
and look,
die.
but
Messing with
hey,
me, I'm gonna make it
look,
as hard as possible. I'm running. We ain't gonna play.
Right.
look.
Fucking
The
mountain
whole
lion.
thing is, look, I wrote him a note and I laminated it so he could put it in his front pocket, so it don't get wet or nothing. And I gave him some
Instruction.
waterproof
If
matches.
yeah,
And I,
that's for when they find my remains and shit. This nigga was trying to
So,
Brian Landry me and shit, right?
oh, I
Had
thought
me
he was
all up
giving
on
you
the
your
reserve.
I thought he wanted you to have instructions so great that you needed them and you
Nah,
couldn't get them wet.
that was some old shit that them white people parents tried to do and shit, right?
Right.
Lead the authorities to some leading information to
Right.
identify the remains type of shit,
Identify.
right?
If you gonna be crazy, look, if you look, hold on, here you go. Look, young blood, if you're gonna be crazy enough to go in these mountains, I need you to keep this in your pocket. Don't
Right.
take it out. That's the only way we're gonna get you back to your loved ones so they can bury you.
yeah.
Have a
Real,
nice funeral for
real.
you. We didn't say get you back because they loved you. We said get your body back home because you ain't coming back. Fuck.
No, I was telling the homeboy Dylan, I was like, sometime I be on that Shawshank Redemption. Look, go walk 2 miles in the woods. You see a rock over there, lift it up with two twigs. You know what I'm saying? The carving that look like a happy face. That's where you'll find me.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So other than
Well,
that,
speaking of, it's a rough segue, I know, but um, shit, speaking of fucking tragic events,
Okay.
seems like we had a pretty decent one on this weekend at the Travis Scott Astroworld concert in
Absolutely.
Houston.
wow.
Yeah. It was rather
We
unfortunate.
yeah, it was very unfortunate. You had 8 people trampled
Die.
or you know Yeah, they died from
There was eight
various different.
fatalities, and one was an 8-year-old boy who, well, I'm gonna just say it for the pod. He shouldn't have been there, but he was there. So, and I got a sister who got a nephew. So, yes, I can sympathize. But
Mhm.
in the wake of all those people, it's definitely something to think about. It's not a small venue to where, okay, Drake is gonna be here, but it's gonna be less than 200 people maybe. And if I want to take my child out, I'm gonna take the sacrifice, and I think we'll be okay. But I'm gonna bring my ass out to the fucking Astroworld Festival, where
Mm.
they got people like Travis Scott, they got people who's labeled to guest star like Drake. And I'm supposed to think that today's motherfuckers not gonna act like they Michael Jackson on their one stage in Africa and the whole fucking desert full of people. And the first chance they
Mm.
get, they ran up on it. That's exactly what
Right.
Mm.
they was doing.
So that kind of brings one of the first questions, which is how reactionary is are people being with cancel culture and all that shit that we got going on today? How reactionary is this response where people are calling for Travis Scott to be canceled? um
I mean, I don't think
y'all
he should be canceled, but go ahead, Keith, finish up. Yeah.
he what they're trying to the way they're trying to link him in is they're trying to say that he encourages this type of behavior amongst his fandom, right? At all his concerts, that he encourages them to break the fences down, steal your way in. The mosh pits have been around for 1,000 years, right? Like, you really, that's kind of part of, popular culture in terms of concert going and shit like that. But these big mass surges, like what Shell was saying, to get to the front of the stage, that just get, you know, some kind of fucking touch or get some kind of proximity to these big stars. um,
It's been happening. Yeah,
it's been happening, right? It's been
it's been happening.
happening.
Like I
So,
said, just taking it back to Michael Jackson, it's been happening. Been happening.
so how culpable is Travis Scott, and what other kind of things look like they might have been at fail in
I'm gonna
this
say this.
particular
I
scenario?
don't think he's any other different than a star that I'm not even gonna co-sign because this was his annual thing he does. But to know what to know what the city means to him is to kind of like know the flip side about it too. I don't hold him solely responsible for it. He had the fire station out there. He had 580 police out there. They were supposed to have ambulance and stuff on duty, but if there was such thing as they saying that it could have been some of the pyro fumes, which yes, I definitely can see where that might be a problem. But you had a whole fucking fire chief there too. So some of these other people had to be responsible for fucking being there. The fire chief at the most for not killing some of the fucking crowd. There was no crowd control. How you was gonna control that? There was, I mean, I've been to parties where I've been told I couldn't go in. Talk about like a house party or just something
Right.
equivalent to less than 200 people. And I couldn't go in because the
Right.
fire marshal said that. So where's the fire marshal? Like, that's just like I feel like the NRA. People was out there killing people, but they wasn't co-signing on gun control. I don't say this any different than anything like that. I don't think that young man is solely responsible. Yes, I think he's gonna take a lot of the heat because his name is attached to it, but he's not any fucking different. We talking about cancels fucking somebody. Bitch, if we ain't fucking cancel Kyle Ja Rule and Kylie Jenner for the fucking Fire Fest, which they was just people who put their name on it too. I don't hold them all solely fucking responsible. So I'm not gonna hold this young man solely responsible. I'm not gonna definitely cancel him. Yes, it's very fucking unfortunate. Anytime you take your ass to a festival out there where you got that many people, you taking a chance with doing that. And I'm very sorry that people lost their lives. Again, when you out there in such an element to where you got that many fucking people, it could happen. I don't want to sound fucked up about the situation, but it can happen. It can happen at these big festivals.
It
These are
does
not
happen.
smaller venues.
It does happen routinely.
Me and Keena went to the Hollywood Festival, and we both said, had we actually known, we had a great time, but we didn't know we didn't know the venue was as fucking big as it was with COVID running around this motherfucker. So there's a
Y'all was
so
two shots in.
what you say? Yeah,
Y'all
oh
was
yeah,
two shots
we
in.
was two shots in, two shots in. But to get there and to see the magnitude of that, when you told me theater, I wasn't thinking amphitheater.
Yeah, I
So
mean that's
and,
all
and
we
that's
do out here
and
in LA,
right
basically.
and because I didn't research it. This was something I did with Keena, so I didn't even research. Normally I pull some shit up. I want to kind of know what's going on, how it look, what to be looking for. Just seeing the whole elaborate of it, just going in or trying to get in. But yeah, so I definitely could see where you may could underestimate even going to something if you don't know about it. But no, I don't think he should be held solely responsible. I
Yeah,
don't.
I believe that they should have had a cap on that young joint anyway. I know it's a festival, but it got to be some type of way where you can control that crowd. Like you gotta have some type of cap on it. Like man, if you don't do nothing but open the young get your what's that shit the tailgate on or whatever, you shouldn't allow that many people in
Now,
one
when
spot
Travis
like
Scott
that.
was
That's just crazy.
performing and he told the people that, helped this young man, he looked like he passed out. I'm pretty sure he didn't know that it might have been fucking pyro fumes that did it. A person doesn't know in that moment. So for people that's trying to kill
Right,
him
because
because of
people
that,
pass out
he
in those
didn't
mosh pits
know.
like that all the time. It's hot,
People pass out
the
from
air is
heat,
constricted,
from
motherfuckers
screaming,
popping
treating them
pills,
like, yeah.
drinking
So
like
no,
motherfucker.
who
You
knew
know,
that? What was the
ain't
fucking
nobody
carbon
drink no
mon-
fucking water.
Look, again, what was the fire chief? What was the carbon monoxide?
Right.
I'm finding more problems with the fire chief than I am with Travis at this moment.
Yeah, I think I find more problems with the whole engineering schematic. You know what I'm saying? The way that they planned and plotted the whole fucking festival, right there. Somebody got paid a lot of money, right, to work out all the logistics of everything, right?
And it seemed like
Security,
that
the
was a breakdown.
entrance, the
Yeah.
exits, the fucking
Even
emergency
how many people
shit,
y'all were gonna let in. Right.
how to contain particular portions of the crowd. Like you dealing with 50, 100,000 motherfuckers, right? That's a lot of kids, man. And in Travis Scott age group, his target market is 14 to 23-year-olds, right?
Exactly.
Bunch of fucking kids, man.
Now I did not know, and I had that read up on it a lot, but now this was the first I heard there was a little commotion at his 2019 function, but I didn't hear what you were saying in reference to he he may have enticed some of his other shows.
Well,
I didn't hear that
in
about him or anything like that.
2019, and I think what
Okay.
happened in 2019 was a similar situation where he was on stage and he was telling motherfuckers, steal the show, come on, break the fucking shit, rush up in this motherfucker, whatever. And the
Okay.
police, wherever that concert was, arrested
Hmm.
him for inciting, right?
Okay.
A couple of people got trampled and, shit like that, but nobody died, right? So he has been, and then that's kind of been part of his allure, right?
Hmm.
Some motherfuckers, you a superstar, right? This motherfucker is like a legitimate superstar. He may be the biggest, but just totally by fan
Hmm.
count, right? He's probably the biggest motherfucker that hip hop music, if you want to categorize
Right.
that, his music is that has ever seen, right?
And you not
Ever.
just put it on. Your name not just on it. You actually still out here actually performing.
You performing.
So
You are
you have to have
you the
extra.
headliner.
You
You
tied
know what
to
I'm
it and
saying?
you're a headliner. That's a right. So that's why I was like, well, how can he be managing and performing at the same time? Just for people who trying to kill him on that aspect alone.
What I
He
was
should
gonna
have had
say,
people in place, right?
what I was gonna say is that it has kind of become part of his stock and trade, right? That he ingratiates himself to the crowd rather than the promoters, right? So, yeah, you paid your money. Fuck that money. You know what I'm saying? Get in this motherfucker for free. Rush this motherfucker. Break that shit down. We turned up in this motherfucker. Rush this motherfucking crowd, right?
Yeah, when it's turned up
Rush
enough,
the wave,
right?
right?
Right.
He's that kind of motherfucker where he's
Okay.
interactive with the crowd like that. So that's kind of why motherfuckers is really kind of coming
Giving
down
him
on
a
him and shit, right? Because they're
okay.
trying to say, okay, well, you still with the same shit, inciting motherfuckers to do this kind of shit. But what happened was not a result of no shit that he was inciting. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
So look,
motherfuckers gonna be
so
trying to get to the front of that
Flags and
motherfucker
shit, jumping
regardless.
on fire and all that
You
other
gotta
kind
have
of shit going on.
multi-level
Right.
barricades,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like the
Right. And
motherfuckers
even
that's in
then, you gonna get hurt.
that first
Right.
section, these is motherfuckers that need to be paying $1,000 for a ticket. So you
Hmm.
not
Have some
they not
sense.
playing that shit, right?
Right. They
Like
say have some
you ain't
sense about it.
coming in
Yeah.
this motherfucker. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
We paid $2 for
Right.
our ticket, and we gonna act every bit of two. Like,
yeah.
And
Exactly.
So
that's
look,
crazy.
so the thing is,
right.
right? They can never cancel anybody going to the concert because before cancel culture came up, we could go back to the legend Las Vegas shooting at uh what you want to call it, rodeo uh country music festival that this guy shooting out of the hotel. So
Right.
all these people um
That's why I said the
he did
NRA, and they really pissed me off with that Vegas one. That's when I thought that they should have stepped in because it was proven that that motherfucker had failed backgrounds and other bullshit to where he shouldn't have been able to even get the firepower that he had to do that Vegas
yeah,
stunt.
but and this is the thing that I said, right? Because even like the people that went to that concert and the promoters, they didn't even think about no logistics like that. And me knowing Las Vegas and in allegedly knowing my firearms, that he could have just bought two freaking miniguns and just ripped everything up. But nobody's gonna cancel any concerts, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like outside in the open
Hmm.
space in Las Vegas. So the same right here, right?
Well, I
Because
don't think that's what they're doing.
I'm saying that then I'm taking it for I just went back to examples like, any venue, anything can happen, right? We're not responsible for people's actions, you know what I'm saying? And therefore others, because my in the conduct of the person that's professional concert goers, we know how to uh strategize and put ourselves in position for these things don't happen to us, right? We there to enjoy the show. But
Oh,
on the
bless you,
other
baby.
level of it, on another level, people got up their cell phones. They got this. They distracted by other things. Now, how do people conduct
That's
themselves
what I
at
was saying,
concerts?
Keena.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got Burning Man. You got people dying. You got people
Oh,
taking
Keena, he just
themselves
said
out.
that. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
he just talked
that's not
about
even
it.
talking about the vast amount of responsibility. And yes, you're right.
But I
It
don't think he
falls on the
carries the bulk of that. There was a fire chief there. There's some other things that wasn't to plate that should have been handled for him. So I don't believe he should take all of the bulk on that.
Yeah, because at one time we were scared to even go. Like I put an example, right? Hip hop on the green in the Bay Area, right? We was more afraid to get shot outside the concert than inside the concert, but it went down inside the concert too. So who let this person in? These not even profile of people to say that this is a group of thugs, as you want to say, and they get into a big old fight and shut down the concert. Nobody's responsible for that. So, like I said, people always reaching to stop somebody money flow, right? And if he says, right, I got 4 songs out, and everybody who hasn't seen me that's not even afford to come to the concert, and this is like the
They
concert, it's
will,
like you
because he
said,
black.
yeah, yeah. So just like you said, Shell, right? People have been restricted for going on 2 years now, right? If they get the
Mhm.
first opportunity in a little bit of window of light to go and rush the gate and stuff like
Well,
that, they're
you
gonna
know what?
act up in the first day.
And I believe that too. I believe that because that Vegas thing happened to what that was like just a year of nothing but random shootings everywhere. That was like but you notice how it just stopped all of a sudden. But
There
it
you
was
go.
a string. I that's one of my biggest fears that because people have snapped, because people have been isolated so long, when the world, when every fucking state on the same page at the same time, and this bitch opened up and we ain't got no problems with money or the economy. Yes, I am scared that the people that's crazy gonna start doing crazy shit because they don't have venues and areas to go out there to do crazy shit. So
Yeah, but
yes,
then
I do
See,
believe
I can
that
say this
that
though. I
whole
can say this though.
shit, and because they are letting people slip through the cracks with guns, all people been doing is stacking up on fucking ammo on Amazon.
yeah,
So
you know
I
what I'm saying?
mean, is it the fan base? Because motherfuckers go to raves and come out them motherfuckers alive all the time, and
I
mosh
Yeah,
pits and all this
No,
shit.
it's
So I
hard to
mean,
fight if you. It's hard to fight it if you entice it. But no, I do not believe the performer is. If you ain't enticing the crowd, then that's different. It's harder for him because he does entice his crowd, and then some
How
other
does
dude in
it?
the
My man
audience.
just get up there and do what he do. That's like
So
saying
this,
Michael Jackson
Well,
enticed the
no,
crowd. My might not even show
you
up
know,
there. You know
no,
what I'm
I don't
saying?
think Michael Jackson enticed the crowd. But what Keith said that he said, then yes, that's enticing the crowd. And the reference I wanted to
Oh,
make was that they was quick to prosecute him or arrest him when he got off stage, but they didn't do the same to fucking Trump. And he said, "Let's fucking run up on the Capitol." So what was the
Yeah.
difference between them not putting him in fucking handcuffs immediately? But like you said, Keith, at that particular concert, they arrested him immediately, saying he was enticing the crowd. It's funny how it's a fucking double standard, right? And that's all I've been talking about lately is fucking double standards.
so the thing is, right? Even going to, you know what I'm saying, NWA concert back in the days, right? There was like, you know what I'm saying, with after police, it's like, you know, everybody's rocking the house and going to the you know what I'm saying, looking at the police like they the nice piece of steak, right? So now look how it then morphed into everything's supposed to be all PC'd up, right? You're not supposed to jump around, you're supposed to stand there and hold your phone and look at stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're supposed to enjoy the concert, but the moment that you start moving, and if people don't know about, you know, I've been to
I got thoughts on that, Keenan, but we'll get to it.
you know what I'm saying, I went to, you know what I'm saying, heavy metal concert, and only a chosen few get to go in the mosh pit. The ones that want to feel like they body, as they say, throw an elbow. If you're not familiar with it, you will get put together. You know what I'm
This is
saying?
my thoughts on it. Looking back on that was the fucking dumbest shit ever to me. If you one person of that fucking caliber and you can put a stage together somewhere in the middle of the fucking Sahara Desert because there's no venue big enough that will hold just you and you're just one person, it's probably a great idea not to do a fucking concert like that.
But
In hindsight, in
so
hindsight, somebody
so
was always gonna fucking get hurt at something like that.
but look now this is going all the way. I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
be
why they
devil's
pay for the
advocate.
insurance.
Yeah. So look.
They
So
already
how
anticipate that. They fold that into the car.
yeah. So look,
In
I'm
hindsight,
gonna go
how
all
could
the
how
way
could
back,
you
right?
ever control that?
So I'll go all the
There
way
was
back.
no control even being talked about at play when Michael Jackson had concerts.
So I'll bring it all the way back to uh what's the name of that one, that the famous one that everybody was talking about, the Peace and Love Fest.
Ethiopia? Who you
No,
talking?
I'm
Oh, you
talking
talking about
about,
something in California? Okay.
yeah, I'm talking about whatever that whatever it is. I forgot the name of it. The Peace and Love back in the
Oh,
60s,
We Are the
whatever.
World?
Not that one. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna get to it in a minute, but I'm saying how it was rampant drugs.
Yeah, we
You
just
know what I'm
showed
saying?
the videos too, Keena. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, it was all kind of drug use. It was you know what I'm saying, love and peace. What's the one? What's the
Woodstock.
pitch? Woodstock.
Wood,
Now, Woodstock had the most people in the whole world. People still talk about that concert this day. But you think about it, was cocaine, LSD, anything you probably could think of. People walking, mud pits, everything, right? But it was built on, that was the way that you're supposed to conduct yourself. Now,
Well, that was a
morph
different
into the
time, Nick.
into
I'm not blaming Woodstock
no
because
no. So
Woodstock
that's what
was
I'm
the only of his kind. But when Michael Jackson made it a habit to start having these type of concerts, but he was going to do them every 20 fucking years. These were uncontrollable crowds.
saying.
Nobody knew Woodstock was going to be Woodstock. And if you make a Woodstock today, then you copying.
they
Woodstock
tried.
was
but
Yeah,
Woodstock.
what
You
but
though?
can't
the
never,
thing is,
How,
can't.
but
how
I'm
many
saying,
Yeah,
how
it's
many
but
deaths
Woodstock.
are
nobody tell you
credited to
about the
Michael
little.
Jackson concerts?
Got rained out.
But he knew what to expect
How,
from his fucking concerts. I don't think one
and
person
so did everybody else.
anticipated
That's why they
Woodstock was
had
gonna
to.
fucking be Woodstock.
But
That's
that's
the
why
one
they had
exception
to
to the
peep the
rule.
medical people walking throughout the crowd because they know
Well,
motherfuckers
that's
gonna
what I'm
pass out but
saying.
might get up there.
Right, because you can headline and be the manager too.
But look, that's no different than, okay, then I'm gonna go all the way. Look, Bob Marley, you know what I'm saying, when he was with the two political people. I'm gonna go James Brown in the middle of the riots, you know
That
what I'm
part.
saying, when people was jumping on stage, you know what I'm saying, and that's on the stage. But nobody could tell you, like, you're right. It's so crazy about cancer culture now. You make one misstep, you know what I'm saying, and some people, and nobody even tell you logistics on people that die at concerts.
That's what I said. You
In
know
and
how many
out.
people got hurt at a Michael Jackson concert? They didn't even bother to give you. Did you ever hear one fucking
That
statistic? No.
that's
You just heard that he
that's
put
what I'm
on the
Astronaut.
saying.
Ethiopian
That's
concert
Yeah,
and then
that's
But
put
what
up
I'm
on
death
the
saying.
though
Sahara
is a
fucking desert.
different thing.
No,
Nobody
but like,
Hurt,
says.
but death is a different thing.
no,
Key,
but
And
you
the
think
thing is,
every
somebody
concert at
didn't
Michael
die?
Jackson,
Key, you think
and
somebody
every
didn't
Michael
die
Jackson
in a Michael
concert.
Jackson concert?
Hold on. No, I'm saying in terms of one concert to death rate, like 8 people though. Like that's
Right.
crazy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? If it was 8 at a Michael Jackson concert, I'm pretty sure you'd have heard that too. But
but look,
regardless of that fact, when you
Yeah.
did see the
I
people
mean,
passing out, you seen the medical people Johnny on the spot though. You see them pushing through the crowd to get people out that bitch. It wasn't that
but
way here.
but
They knew
but
how big Mike was, so they made sure
right.
they had medical staff to get on it. It wasn't. You didn't have to have people blunt past the
I
nigga out
just
the
don't see
crowd.
how
They was
you're the
moving motherfuckers out the
star.
way.
I just don't understand how you're the one that's performing and anybody thinks that you're supposed to be in that right mind to actually comprehend what may be going
because he
on
can't get off the
in that
stage.
moment.
He can't
I
get
don't,
off the stage. Everybody said,
but he's in the
Yeah, you
zone. I
can't
don't
really.
think
Okay, hold
anybody
on.
then
I
expect
can
him to be
attest to
making
this. I can
sound
attest to this.
decisions when he was in the middle of
Listen,
performing. Most people
I
can't
can
turn it on
attest to
and turn
this,
it
right?
off.
No, I can attest to this, right? When you're on stage, you really don't
You don't
see
see
that
this.
like that
You
You
don't
know,
see
because
it. And
everything
everybody
is
talking
so
about when
bright
the
behind
police
you.
was in the background, when the ambulance was in the background. You think he fucking heard that bitch? You got it
Yeah,
from Dolby Digital Sound. You be
he
hearing
don't know
shit better
people
than
are
he be
dying.
hearing at that fucking time. I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
but he
Maybe he
don't
was
know
on the
people are dying
sideline
though.
doing nothing. That'd be different.
He don't know people are dying though. And when you're on stage, you performing, you figure they're doing their job.
And then they think it might be some type of pyro. They might think it was gonna be fumes. Who the fuck would know that?
but
And
look,
that
but the
certainly
one,
not him.
But it's not his job to be responsible for none of that. He's there to perform. He's there to put
But
on a
he's
show.
both headlining and the event is his, so he's over it too, you
Right.
know.
but
So
the one,
But I'm saying other people have jobs that they supposed to be responsible
well,
for.
that's my thing is that the
He was
blame
there
should. There was
for
a
the
lot of
show.
blame to go around, you know. If even if it was pyro, to me that fire chief should have been all over that too.
but look, the one thing that
But
I said
pyro
that,
for what
but
though? Did nobody get burnt up?
What they're saying that the fumes
Michael
might have
Jackson got
played
burned.
a part where people were
Let me stop.
passing out. The guy that passed out was
Man,
thinking that it was some fumes. So that's why I was like,
they
but
had a
that shit, that
dude.
place wasn't even set up right.
They had a dude in the crowd pricking people with drugs. So I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. In the
so I
next
mean, what
set,
do you mean?
James Bond, motherfucker. So
I
look
think
now,
some people just be finding a reason. But at that
All
point,
I'm saying is that sometimes when you go to a venue of that magnitude, we could be at a second line, for instance, and a somebody might shoot and then we all run. We could be at Mardi Gras.
yeah,
It happens. And then you had a venue where there's more people there than anything. This things happen. I don't see where one thing was his fault or to take these L's like he's gonna be taking for a long time.
but and just like I say, so it's
I
like
don't think so.
it's the hypocritical way that they want to apply the pressure right now because it
Keena,
was an
I'm
outside
glad you
strip.
on here. A festival of that magnitude, if Lil Ricky was 8, would you have bought him being the parent? And you're there, but would you have bought him to that festival?
Oh no, and the way she paid 300 for those second line. But look, so look,
I'm just saying you can't predict that type of stuff though.
I
Like
don't see how it
you
can be
want to take your
predicted.
kid,
I
be able to
just
take your
don't.
kid to a
Like,
concert and have a good time. You, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
I
no,
don't
Keen,
know.
I certainly agree. For $300, that should have been the best and more efficiently of everything. That's why I don't see why he's the only one taking the L.
So
He
here's
had
so
here's
my
people
what
in he had
here,
people in place.
here's what I would say.
580 cops,
Here's what I would say.
police chief.
And then Keena, you can tell me if I got it fucked up or not, right? But in events like this, right? The first thing you're gonna have is insurance, right? You're gonna have a big ass fucking bond for the shit. And the insurance carrier is going to require that you have a particular strategic plan or whatever, right? For managing the motherfucking crowd, because that is going to be the biggest liability to the insurance company, right? But somebody underwrote it, right? Even though he is an insurance nightmare, right? Somebody underwrote it for him to have been such a insurance nightmare and for somebody to have underwrote it, we can imagine that there had to have been something on paper that would show the what ifs and ands, right? All the fucking potential fucking shit that could happen and what your plan A and plan B is for that. So somebody dropped the ball that's not Travis Scott. Period.
Exactly.
So you should be able to bring your 8-year-old to the concert, right? Without having no fucking fear whatsoever that he's going to be trampled, even though you know that
the possibility,
that Travis Scott generates this type of energy, right? So you go into it with a twofold
open arms.
Well, you go into it with a twofold way of thinking, right? The first way of thinking is that I know that things can get hectic. I will protect my child at any cost, right? And myself, right? So I'm going to be thinking strategic. Secondly, I'm going to have that much less of a fear because I'm figuring some professionals got this shit figured out. Because they're supposed to have it figured the fuck out. If we can sit right here, 4 motherfuckers that don't go to fucking Travis Scott concerts, and we can, all 4 of us come to the same conclusion that this is, that kind of fucking energy is present at this nigga's concerts, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a choice not to go.
The insurance company couldn't. Motherfuckers that's professional like that. I think that they did, and I think somebody dropped the ball.
Yeah. So the thing is, to me,
Big
right,
time.
it's all a similar. Look, to me, my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying, it's all a simulation because this like the biggest tragedy that happened, you know what I'm saying, on a concert level in a long time. You know what I'm saying? This particular guy who's making, you know, that's highly influential. So it's like now we're gonna lock it all down. Just because of COVID, we don't care if you're vaccinated or not. They wasn't vaccinated against death. You know what I'm saying? So this whole thing right now is just another conversation that misdirects us from what's really going on. Like, you can't take this man's money. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing it for years. So out of the 10, 20 times that he did this concert, right, it's no different than Lollapalooza. It's no different than, you know, all these people dressing up to go to that other festival.
You taking a chance, no matter how much money you spend.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, you invest. But I know personally, you know what I'm saying, through some of the spring break things, it's been collapsed, you know, balconies, you know, say overlooking the venue. It's been a stage that fell down where, you know, 5 or 6 people died. A death is a death. Maybe it's 1 or 2 that, you know what I'm saying, that the performer on stage is obligated to finish out the show, because if he would have just stopped right there and said, I'm not going for this, his whole career would have been ruined anyway. We would have think that was the honorable thing to do, right? But if you say, y'all motherfuckers stop, I'm tired of this. I am no longer making people rave or nothing and boo y'all because this man right here in the crowd passed out and y'all was inconsiderate, not looking at him and just stop moving towards him. Said it's a space to get closer to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make no.
We could shit. You can be even more direct, more focused than that, because what actually happened was, I guess in the riot or whatever, right? There were only 2 people who had the power to stop the show. Travis Scott wasn't one of them, right? One was the program director, and the other was the promoter, the actual promoter, the top motherfucker. So he didn't have, number one, he did not have the power to stop the show, right? You know, without being fined. And number 2, I don't think that he knew the extent of everything that was going on at the time.
That's what I said.
Here, let me play
Plus,
this.
when you there to perform, man, you there to put on a show, and all types of shit happen in the crowd that ain't got nothing to do with you. You gonna keep performing until somebody tell you to stop performing as a performer. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really fault him for not stopping the show, because shit, that ain't his job.
Like I said, I guess
that ain't his job.
I guess it's a little. I guess
open up. Everybody in the front, open up. There we go. Help them out. Yo, can we get paramedics in there, please? What the fuck? I got it. There's one more. There's one more right here.
Wow.
We good? Thumbs up if we good. I need thumbs up if we good.
And crowd didn't help till he said something.
I was giving him thumbs up.
If we good, let me get a hell yeah. Say hell yeah.
Sure. Let's rock out. What?
Everybody take 2 steps back, brother.
What else is he supposed to do?
There's 4 people on the ground. Get up. Back the fuck up. Please, just 1 second. Help him out. 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 Back up. Back up. Back up. There you go. There you go. If everybody does put 1 hand up to the sky. 1 hand up to the sky. Let's go.
Let's go. What more could you fucking
So-
ask for?
But hold
Yeah.
on. But in hindsight, tell me one performer that has stopped his entire show. He's done what that just happened. Stopped at the time, made sure that the person was okay, made sure the person was getting medical attention. When they attended and they was on their way out, they continued their concert. This has not happened. This is not the first time this happened. So my question is that what performer has actually stopped their concert completely?
Yeah,
I'm-
that shit hit.
Not that we're
all
talking
that-
about
all- Look, all that shit hit a little bit different when your ass had to be arrested and had to be plead guilty and been hit with some lawsuits for the shit before, right? So yeah, this
Exactly.
nigga got a whole different kind of awareness.
And
Which,
look,
which lends itself to
And-
my argument that this nigga is not. He ain't liable. He ain't
Yeah.
liable at all.
Right.
Not
You
like
can't. He
they trying
can't
to
be
get him.
liable. He
Not
was
like
doing
they're
his
trying to get
fucking
him
job.
And the
Of
nigga
course
has,
they're gonna try to get him.
he didn't already
That's all they
offer to
know.
pay for the funerals, all 8 funerals. Also,
He's gonna do that.
working with a mental health agency and shit, right, to provide mental health counseling for anybody who might be traumatized. So nigga is doing what he's supposed to do, right?
But so
Right.
check this out, right? Let's take it a little bit deeper than that, right? You go back to the last rock concert or heavy metal or this. I'll put it out there. Insane
Rolling
Clown Posse.
Stones.
Look, right, and look at the police log. Whatever that night was, to see how many people passed away. A quarter mile from the place.
You
activated
never
and stuff like
heard
that.
of it. You never
You know
heard
what I'm
after a
saying?
Rolling
So-
Stones concert who died,
You know what I'm saying? From drug
who
Listen,
got
right?
trampeted
fentanyl,
on.
yeah, fentanyl.
Listen, right?
And I'm saying
To
sexually assaulted, all
put it
kind of
like
other
this.
tremendous shit.
Put it like this. I got a partner. Shout out to my boy Jordan. This motherfucker live in mosh pits. He came to work with a whole black eye and came to
Yeah.
work the other time with his nose busted up. They fuck each other up on purpose, and you never hear
Yeah.
about nobody dying in no shit like that.
Yo, and I'm saying,
You know what I'm
no,
saying? That's
it's a whole
crazy.
game. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I'll be throwing bows. You know what I'm saying? I am guilty of mosh pit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You
even
know what
at
I'm saying?
look at a fishbowl concert, mosh pit. You know what I'm saying? So,
So
you
that's
can't,
what I'm saying, man. You can't predict no shit like that. That shit's just
except when you go to
I don't know,
Orange
bro.
County and you got those
Only thing you can
Nazi
say was it was
lowriders.
unfortunate. It was very, very unfortunate.
that's right.
It was
That's
unfortunate.
it, man. That's
You
it,
know what I'm saying?
man.
And so, and look, and let's and the thing is, right? So, I think a lot of people need to stop, trying to put the blame on something.
I'm
because
just justifying what happened. How
yeah,
explain that one?
you know
How
what
we
I'm saying?
just justify what happened? It was unfortunate. It was bad. It shouldn't have happened. We agree.
I mean, the people who go pay for, who got to pay
Travis
for it, will pay for it for
the L
sure.
that he seemed like he's solely taking. No,
No, what I'm saying, right? When you take, it don't matter where you go. We could go right here to, okay, look, we could go to City Park in New Orleans, right? Every day's on, it's a nice sunny day, whatever, right? Somebody could actually drive a 4-wheel drive truck up there. You know what I'm saying? All family event. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and this is the thing. Where was the police to stop the gate? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's take this, right? Where I was living at in the Bay Area.
I know you
they
just
had
coming on. We kind of addressed. We addressed all of that, all the intentional, all what he does. We addressed all that. We 48 minutes in, but we addressed all that already.
So look, the Garlic
Watch the
Festival-
repeat. Watch the replay, boo. You gonna catch that.
Yeah. So look, the Gilroy Garlic Festival is the year, like in the past 2 years, right? So you got lined up of jazz players. People come from all over the world to come to the Garlic Festival, right? They say a gang member that was intent to kill people snuck over the fence, through the fence. Now this place got police all the way around. They got concert going on, music, garlic, and he opened up fire and killed 10 people. Right,
I don't
but
think I said anything was normal because it was a moth pit. I think we were talking about Woodstock and that Woodstock was one of its kind and that nobody could ever had predicted that.
But they
If that's what
No,
the
I only
March
brought
Party
up the
was
March
talking
pit
about.
because
Oh, okay.
I only brought up
Yeah,
the Marsh Pit to prove a point. Like they fuck each other. It's places where they go and get it in,
Take
like
me to
Rays
the
and all that shit,
feedback.
and they come out that motherfucker be able to go home and tell about it. This type of shit, you could nobody predict this shit. Is all I'm
yeah.
saying. Like nobody.
I just don't
It was just fucking,
see how it
you
was
know.
predicted. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
why I'm
you
saying the
couldn't.
word, and that's why I'm using the word unfortunate, because that's exactly
Is
what it
that's exactly
is.
what it was.
That's exactly what it was. It's unfortunate that that happened. All those particular things were going on at that one time. That child lost his life. That shouldn't have been there, but take me to court on it. And that shit happened. Yes, he enticed him,
So
but the
look,
people were there knew it. They knew it and still bought their fucking tickets. All the parents that let them go, please.
see, people, and that's what I'm saying. Do people know how to conduct themselves at concerts now? Right? Or is
Thank
this a free
you.
for all? You know what I'm saying? You
But
got a certain
but hold on
etiquette.
though. You can't say that
Okay,
because
You can't
how
let's try
many
predict
that for
it, but
concerts
you
marriage.
have
should
this man
have some
put on?
fucking sense, though, Frank. You should have
How
some
many
sense.
concerts have hold on?
Shit.
How many concerts have this man put on around the world so far?
That's what I'm saying. And this the only
So you
incident.
can't
That's what I'm
say
saying.
that. His fans are his fans wherever he go. So I mean,
Who on the feed? Who?
unfortunate.
Why
Yeah,
are
and
we lazy?
so
Who said lazy? Wait, what?
Why are we lazy with two info pointing shit? Who? What? You
Too much. No, hey,
I guess he's trying
address
to
it,
say that.
please.
we're just practical. We're not lazy. We're practical. And practical people with common sense think common ways. And that is a common unfortunate accident. That shit don't happen all the time. Like I was just saying, my man have concerts all the goddamn time, all around the goddamn world. So now this one
And
time was
yeah.
intentional. Why? Why would
and
anyone
and,
intentionally do
and
some bullshit like that?
and before you call us
Why?
lazy, this is our podcast. You have the option of not watching it.
Don't get her started.
I prefer you keep
But
watching
I
it though.
said like this.
You,
Let me make a thing to that comment, right? But the thing is, right, the comment that this person may say that we lazy or whatever, but you actually got to open up your mind to different things, right? It's like you actually, once you sign up to get shut out, right, that everything's gonna stop. You're going behind closed doors on a lot of shit, right? So if you want to go to, how about this? If you sign up for a subscription to uh, artificial intelligence and you can watch the concert from your little laptop with your earphones, you know what I'm saying, in the safety of your little cave dwelling society, right? Because other than that, once you get in the public eye, in the public world and out here functioning, you're gonna be subjected to things like this. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay to go to a concert to be safe. You can watch the shit safety of your own home. You know what I'm saying? If it's $300, you think you're gonna get some other thing, somebody roofing your drink, you get too faded, you drink a little bit more gin than you thought you could, or some Remy, you hit a blunt that was lace, you know what I'm saying? All the rest of that shit. So it could be all this shit added up, right? You dumb motherfucker. And it's like, I don't mean to call you dumb, but I'm saying, don't fucking go there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you could walk outside and go to this concert and give a girl a compliment and get your head blown off by the boyfriend. It's like, don't talk to me. My shit is turned up right now. Because
why
that's
would
the attitude
anybody
this
do
nigga
some
said.
intentional shit like that?
You know
That's
what I'm
just
saying? That's
I,
ridiculous.
intent. Look, he intentional since his girlfriend out here, Travis Scott,
our
sent a
opinions are
girlfriend in
our
the,
opinions.
you know what I'm
We're
saying?
not
And to,
changing the world in a day.
you know what I'm saying?
We're
And the
having a
thing is,
good
right?
time. We're
So
talking. We're
so
communicating.
that's no different. This he got all these girls dancing on stage. You know what I'm saying? All these guys dancing on stage. However you want to muster it
How
up.
about you don't
Somebody
buy
put,
the ticket to go to Travis
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Scott
pretty
So
sure.
concert?
what?
You know that
So
you know what it
Nick.
is.
So how
So
about
Nick,
he made all his
Nick.
money and y'all just need to shut up about how
So Nick,
you know what I'm saying? What's that?
what? What I'm thinking, because I'm going back looking at the comments again, right? What I'm thinking, the commenter, whoever this is, shut the door. Good looking out. Thanks for joining.
Right.
Whoever this is, I think what they were trying to say is that, and we've been saying it, that Travis Scott has a particular history of inciting that type of energy, right? And that
Prior
in
to
that
48 minutes into the
right,
podcast,
right,
we
and
hadn't
then
addressed that.
right. Right. We had already addressed it, but I'm just saying what they were trying to say, right? And that this was kind of what he does, right? And because they hadn't caught the first part of the podcast, whoever it is, they didn't realize that we had already addressed that shit, right? So it wasn't that we was just dealing with shit on the surface level and not wanting to research and not wanting to do our work or no shit like that, right? Even though because your ass came in, like Shell said, at
48 minutes into the
it may have
podcast.
appeared that way. We're kind of up on our shit around here.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? I know.
But all comments are welcome. Shit. I love it.
But look, but that's no different than me. I know, man, when I went to in San Jose to the BET with Biggie, you know what I'm saying, Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, you know what I'm saying, that I was going into the Hornet Nest of funk. Like all the cities are funky, right? So I can't walk around with a sign. I paid my $200 to come to the BET, whatever, right? So I'm gonna wear a sign say, I want to be safe and sound. You know what I'm saying? So don't mind if I got on some fat forms, some Aniches, don't step on my Jordans. You know what I'm saying? But the whole crowd, don't waste no Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? Don't burn on my we used to wear rayon shirts, whatever. You know, Paisley Lil Jones. Don't spray no spray no water on me or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the front. And if it's not, now this is the thing, right? Even if it's assigned seating, right? How many people get into fights with assigned seating and clear the whole 3 rows out? That's my seat. Who's outside selling bootleg tickets? You know what I'm saying? So people need to understand, wherever the venue is, right? If you see that it's above
It was
the
that
crowd, like
fucking Astroworld, an amusement park. You know how fucking big it was?
Yeah. But the thing is, right, if you don't feel safe, right, just like you said, I'm not letting, Shell, you said this, I'm not letting the internet run my shit. Look, this is too much. My anxiety's acting up. So me and little Timmy is going to back up slow.
We not
turn
gonna
around. You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying for a funeral, this is outrageous.
I will buy that little $300 and go home.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put my disclaimer.
Walk through the gate.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, right? So everybody that's trying to do this cancel culture, freedom of speech, you know, somebody else responsible. So I'm gonna go down the list. So one thing that sticks, that's just like a federal case. You need to be 98.9% right. You know what I'm saying? But if I actually allegedly confess to something, you know what I'm saying? Everything is on tape. You can see how this dude, you know what I'm saying?
When it comes to the cancel culture shit,
it don't matter.
I don't think we should let them cancel ours. Let them cancel their shit. We'll worry about ours.
I'm glad you brought it back, Frank.
Cancel ours.
Good bring back.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, right?
I don't think they can cancel law. I don't think they should have that type of power.
You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, right? The thing is that people, like, even when we wanted integration, right? Integration to all these concerts, right? At first we were segregated because they moved some people from downtown to uptown. Now the other people can't afford to go to it, right? Now it's all inclusive now when you pay your money. VIP, you can see the people, you know what I'm saying? It's a big draw, you name drop, and so forth and so on. So you get this, you know what I'm saying, this ramp up to fuckery at any given second. Because it's the same thing, right? If he wouldn't have came out on stage and breached this contract, I bet you people would have been breaking stuff, whatever, just like a football game. Look, we didn't pay to go to college football game and ride in afterwards. People get ran over. You know what I'm saying? People tearing up the city pit. Yeah, afterwards. But the same thing, that they still was there. But in the inside, right? I didn't see, you seen it? People get into fights for having up the wrong jersey. You sat in the wrong section. You know what I'm saying? So segregation means integration. Once you integrate, now you're trying to take this man money for just being a superstar? Okay, how about if he just, okay, for instance, they did the girl Summer Walker like this. As I was looking at those videos, she stopped and said, I had mental health issues, right? They raked this girl to the grass. You know
but she did it a lot of times, Nick. I mean, because at some point she had to realize it and stop taking people money. She did it more than once. That was the only thing about that.
But the point I'm making is, right, no matter what, right, that the promoters was responsible, right? So even if she did that, just to justify whatever, because I'm linking it to this, getting to the point. Now this guy has a mental capacity now. You know what I'm saying? He got a mental disruption from whatever. He's paying for the funeral, whatever. So now he's trauma bond to the situation, right? So you think he's gonna put on the same variety, the same amped up ways that he had to put on concert? Is he gonna do it in the future? Did they knock him down just like that when he was, like Max said, one of the biggest artists that does this? That Astroworld or Astro Thing's been taking care of the city. You know what I'm saying? They gave people jobs, gave people entertainment, and now from this one incident in this climate, the
The
shit is
people might
shut
not get
down.
paid. All those venues and all
Like
that.
like
You know
I
what I'm saying?
said,
So
man, he done been touring.
simulation.
He done been doing shows all around the world, nigga.
He
Period.
don't got to do nothing no
All that
more.
stuff that he's known for inciting and all that. This the first time ever anything happened like this. Motherfuckers probably got socked out and drugged out or whatever. I don't know how that went, but I do know he has performed all over the world, and nothing like this has ever happened. So I mean, who could? What the nigga?
Well,
No,
that's why.
nobody could have
Well,
planned for this
well,
shit.
like
Wouldn't
I
nobody
said,
do
and
none of
that's
this
why
type of
with
shit like.
sympathy to and that's why with sympathy to the situation. That's why I said that it was unfortunate because that was a
Very
Not to be
very
unfortunate,
rude.
man.
that
Look,
was
n-
that was very unfortunate turn of events that did happen at that festival. It was
so look,
very unfortunate. Yeah.
not to be insensitive, right? But anybody who has all your news people and outlets and stuff like that, right? That this dude could say, "Fuck y'all," and I could go sit home because my baby mama is a billionaire, and not see y'all at all. And kick back and count this little bread that he got. You know what I'm saying, from this last day, one and final. And how about that? You know what I'm saying?
That nigga ain't doing too shabby on his own, goddamn it.
No, but
At
I'm saying
all,
though,
nigga. At
I'm saying he
all.
could. No, but I'm saying he could just say that, like I'm saying, I'm using that as an example because he could just say that and justify, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, and just sell off the streams. He could
That's them
actually do.
kind.
He's
That's them rich. That's them kind of rich people problems. I want me
Oh,
and my
that's
girl.
my favorite tagline. The rich people
yeah.
problems.
Yeah,
She said, "Take it
Man.
easy."
we trade Rolls Royces for Valentine's Day or
After a
whatever.
certain
Right.
look
Yeah,
Right, man.
after a certain
Might
poverty
think
What
my
I
point.
mean
friend
on
might
that
buy you an
backyard,
anniversary gift.
You
baby.
heard me, Keith. We could be talking, but up to a certain poverty point, then it becomes, ooh, that's
yeah,
some rich people shit there. Come on now.
yeah,
We
Right.
was right here
For
Right.
real,
and we
for
was at an
real.
Right.
even plateau.
Right.
But now you had
yeah,
to take it up there. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking bring it
Buying
back down. That's some I'm gonna
yeah,
cut it right there. We're gonna agree to disagree because it's some rich people shit. I can't relate.
yeah.
I
right.
can't
Because
talk
it's
on what I can't
Ain't nothing
relate
we
to.
yeah,
can't speak
simple as
about
that.
that. Like, not yet,
Look,
anyway.
look, he
Yeah, I'm
could say,
trying to get on that
I'm going
level
to
for
spend
sure.
I'm going to spend time with my wife and raise my kid and have a happy family. And I see y'all later. Thank y'all for the experience. You know, this last one probably wasn't not to my
Damn,
best of
Keith.
my
Tell me
ability.
damn fun.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Nick.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
I don't
That
know.
was
Nah,
rough.
I think you got too
That
much
was
love for
rough.
this shit, though.
That was rough, Keith. That was rough.
I
That
think you
was rough,
got too
Nick.
much
That
love
was
for this
kind of
shit,
rough.
though.
That was rough. But it, like I said, I just all the ills that it seems like he's taking on his own. I think there was some blame in that, and de-
But
and hold on, and some accountability again. To me, to see the mass people that were there, and I mean, regardless if we want to say it or not, we still in COVID times. So
Right.
so
like
but
that was.
my my real point is, right, why is all the entertainers now taking hits from basketball to football, or every entertain that to entertain us is getting
Well, you know
hit
what, Nick?
with
I mean, Nick, when you put
dissimulation.
now when you put it out there, that's different. That's different than this young guy that his name was attached to this festival. But again, like Keith pointed out, he he wasn't he had people in place that was supposed to be taking care of that.
Of course. And this is the thing that we common sensely know because we are business people. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, we mind our business, not mind our business is that, but we know how to conduct business. You know what I'm saying? You a professional catering. You you cater to the public, to hospitality, to making people comfortable. So we know we actually promoters of life.
But
So we
look,
know
and
how to
let's not lose the fact that the fact that his name is attached to it. Because of him and him alone, he drew the crowd.
yeah. But one incident tarnished this whole man's life. That's the whole thing. That's why I say it's so easy for people to have past judgment.
Well, it's just
You
like
know what
Keena
I'm saying?
said, his problem, his history is his problem. So
Yeah.
he
My
has
history is
to.
my problem too, allegedly. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
So
they
if
but
I'm
can't
what,
be
wrong,
false.
but that's not what I'm saying. His history is his problem. He has a problem of enticing the crowd. So I get what Keith says. He has to reel that in. His
well,
history can be his problem.
well, no, you know what's the thing now? It's between him and God now. You know what I'm saying? So he got to answer for this later
Well,
later
not
on.
really. Not really, nigga, because you got
No,
the
he
courts of law.
answering. No, no, he gonna answer God, but he is answering them lawsuits. He is answering his ass off. Now let's not get that
Yeah,
You
twisted.
got a
He
whole
look on for
law.
answering
your
now.
ass when you get to God.
He answering.
Trust and believe.
Right,
Man
right,
want
He
his
gonna answer
issue.
with. Now he gonna
right,
answer.
right,
He gonna
right.
he gonna take it. Now he gonna take it up with the man upstairs. But down here, he taking them daggers to the heart right now.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
damn right.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
he taking
run
them
that
now.
check, do 5 more concerts on in the
Everybody he
digital
know is
space.
Lucifer right now. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So he'll sell his
Man.
tennis shoes and his jacket. He'll make that money back. Sell a NFT or some digital thing because he owns the rights to his name because his
Now
name is
there
on it.
was some noise circling around that if they felt that it was insensitive that he do his other shows. My thing is that
Well, he already
he
dropped out.
he
Post
did drop
Malone,
out. Because
yeah,
I was gonna
Post
say perform on brother,
Post
just
Malone
stop
signed up
that
to do a
shit
show
because you
for him
gotta pay for these lawsuits that's coming
next
your
month.
way. You
Well, he
gotta pay.
international. Look, he international. He could go overseas and do it.
Oh,
Offshore, he could go on the own island, just like you said at Fire Concert. If he said only the look, how about if I take it away from? Well, I don't even want to say sound less than common people, right? And all y'all wealthy people that can come in on y'all private jets, I'm gonna hold it on the island. We say J Prince Island, right? And y'all have to fly out and yacht out, and y'all take it away from all these things. So you know what I'm saying? It's a whole
What
bunch of mix.
what I would say, right, to address that
mm.
particular line is that yeah, motherfuckers like that, they got enough fuck you money, right? They got enough money
Sit
to
down.
say, I don't give a fuck, right? Like, just be raw about it, right? Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Take these little peanuts and like Nick said, I'm going to fucking do my shit on an island somewhere and don't got to deal with you motherfuckers. I'll go deal with all the Ethiopians and shit, right? But that's not what they be
Right.
on. When you be in that kind of
That's not
scenario and
what they
shit,
in it
right?
for.
The
It's
money,
not.
the money, the
Sit down.
money, it becomes that
Sit
the
down.
money is
Sit.
just a way of keeping
You
track,
don't sit down.
right?
Sit down.
Because how much shit can you fucking buy, right?
You
Right.
get
With
bored.
Right.
billion fucking dollars, right? How much
Get
shit
bored.
can you buy? $1 billion worth of shit, right? So it's not even about the money. It's about the stature. It's about the who I am as a person. And who I am as a person is the biggest motherfucker in hip hop. I don't want to do that shit on no fucking island, nigga. I want to do that shit at the motherfucking Sophie Stadium. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, for the people.
So I'm gonna
Right.
make because we live in the era of cancel culture, because everything moves so fast at a digital rate of speed, then you don't have the ability like when we was kids and
You don't
we
have the
hear about
autonomy.
we hear about a celebrity fucked up. You hear about that shit in one news cycle. The celebrity just don't address it.
Yeah.
You see this motherfucker
Right.
next year in another movie, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
another album.
Right.
And then you be like, oh, yeah, remember they was talking about Teddy Pendergrass? Yeah, but turn off the lights, motherfucker. What you talking about? Feel
Yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying?
I'm going to that concert this Saturday.
Nowadays, celebrities, as long as they buy into their celebrity, like that, this is who I am as a person, right? So I got to keep this going. Then they realize and recognize the importance of seeming kind of contrite about whatever a motherfucker even thinks about you, even if it's not true. Look at Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? When they
Yeah.
came down on his ass about some fucking jokes he told fucking 12, 13 years ago, this nigga had to like turn down the Oscar shit. This is what this nigga wanted to do all his fucking career,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But just because of the impression of it, like I gotta seem contrite, and then went on a whole motherfucking publicity tour telling every fucking stop that he wasn't gonna talk about the shit that he had already talked about. But nigga, you're talking about it. What you mean?
Exactly. But
Right.
so
You
look,
got an
so
apology wrapped in the fucking apology, right?
right.
so look, so that's
Fuck
the
y'all.
point that you
This nigga said
I'm
shit
gonna
like,
perform
look,
this shit.
I told y'all I don't want to talk about this. I apologize. I'm apologizing now. I don't know how to apologize. I am so sorry. What more do you want? Well, nigga, you apologized again. How about that?
Yeah.
but
Right.
but look,
It's the
so
never
that's
ending
no different.
apology, right?
Never ending apology
Until you stop
gotta stop
apologizing,
and
right?
fight, because if you don't,
Because it's
cancel
fucked up,
culture
right?
is gonna mount up their motherfucking horses, right? And
Yeah.
on every fucking social media platform, you're gonna be the big bad wolf.
So this is like, look,
Right.
not to take it off. I'm taking it off the
True.
subject now, but look at your boy. What's his name? Alec Boy. He did so many movies. Now the little stunt person died from the gun with the
Oh, you
fake
talking about
bullets.
Alec Baldwin? Alec Baldwin,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm like, this dude's
yeah.
whole life is over with because of cancel culture. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
not
A
over
movie
with, and
accident.
it's not over
And
with,
hold on,
and they ain't canceling it.
well,
They
they
ain't
ain't canceling Alec
At
Baldwin.
all.
And hold on,
Alec
and I'm gonna
Baldwin.
say that
Because
that
you know
was
That
why?
very
motherfucker got
unfortunate. That was
Hold on.
unfortunate as
right,
well.
and he
And
But what
got
they're
guns.
not
mad
talking,
sympathy.
but what they're not talking about
Mad
is the
sympathy.
crew. The crew was playing with the prop guns, and some fucking dummy didn't
Hold
take the
on.
bullets out.
Do you know why? Do you know why he not getting canceled? Because there's a motherfucker that's supposed to handle that. Same as it with the
Okay.
goddamn
Right,
concert
Right.
shit.
right. There's
Nigga,
levels
Yeah.
to this when you that rich. There's
huh?
levels to this
You know
life
what I'm
when you
saying?
You know what
that
I'm
rich.
saying?
You don't just have a fucking manager like you at your job. You gotta
It's crazy.
10 stacks up before you get to the top. You know, it
So
don't, the
no
buck
more.
doesn't stop with him. There's
So
levels
no
to
more
that
guns in
shit.
movies. So
He
no more.
can't know.
No
He's too
more.
fucking young and dumb to know all that dumb
Look,
to
so
know
no more
that.
power tactics. No more power tactics. No Uzis and no AK-47s in movies no more. According to what this last thing
Right?
was from the NRA. So that's what they said. We're taking all movie props and
Well,
They
fake
that's
so
not gonna
guns
never
fucking
happen.
out the window.
they
That's
so
not
Yeah,
gonna
fucking
that's
never
gonna
stupid.
happen.
When
happen.
they hold on,
That's
let's
not
take
gonna
it
happen.
back.
Here,
When
let me
they
tell you
when
why.
they should
Let
have
me
been
tell you
talking
why that's
about the
not gonna never
Vegas shit
happen.
and all the killing sprees that year, the NRA said nothing.
Let me
Fuck
tell
the
you why
It's gonna
that's
NRA.
not
happen.
gonna never happen, right?
It's gonna happen.
First of all, let's
Come
just
out the
compare.
fucking woodworks now.
Let's compare the two. Let's compare the two scenarios, right? Let's compare the Alec Baldwin shit and the Travis Scott shit, and not even incidents. We'll just compare their behavior, right? So Travis Scott got a fucking history of inciting the motherfucking crowd. This nigga been arrested for it. This nigga has settled lawsuits for motherfuckers being trampled in mosh pits before, spitting on a motherfucker, some
We
more
ain't
shit
lazy
after he
now.
dived in the fucking mosh pit and some more shit, right? And now this escalated shit, right? All of the same line. Alec Baldwin ain't never had no fucking accident on the goddamn set involving a firearm.
Right?
Right.
So the two things are
Ever.
not even the same fucking conversation.
That's just
Secondly,
some shit
the
he know he
NRA,
ain't gotta worry about until it happens.
secondly, the NRA can huff and puff and give you whatever motherfucking Twitter post they want to.
But
None of that
nobody
shit
cares
don't
for
mean
Alec
nothing.
Baldwin.
None of that shit don't mean nothing until election time. The NRA is powerful because it's a lobby. It's not powerful because it's a bunch of motherfuckers with guns. They don't shoot up shit. They shoot at targets and fucking animals, right?
And deer and shit.
You feel what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is a powerful lobby when it comes to getting laws made because there's so many of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in a scenario like this, they don't give a fuck. And in a scenario like the shit that happened in Las Vegas at the fucking
Music
whatever
fest.
that was and shit
The,
at the music
Mandalay
fest,
Bay.
Country music
right?
joint.
Yes.
Number one, you had too much money, right, on every side of that scenario, right? And number two, you had a lone wolf motherfucker that just did some crazy shit, right? So
Right.
there was no
Mhm.
position for the NRA to take legitimately, right?
Right.
Not that was not nothing that's within their politics, right? Because their politics is about gun promotion, but gun promotion in the way that Nick got a gun, allegedly.
Well, no, I think we were
Go
promoting
through the
say more gun
classes, get your
control.
permits. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Learn
It was about
proper gun
it was
safety,
about
all
the
that.
gun control that it seemed like it was lack up and that they weren't speaking up on that. How
They
it
never
was
do.
actually,
They never do.
Okay.
That's their historic
Ever.
position.
but they
Ever.
should have.
Well, they
But-
In
always
that
should have.
in
That's
that
been
year
They
that
never
they had
do.
all those killings, even the
that's not
ones
what
up
they're
into
there
South
for.
Carolina, they never take a okay, let's just address the fact
That's
that they
not what
never
they're
take
there
a
for.
stand.
So this is the point
That's
I was
not
trying
what
to
they're
make.
there for.
No, look, this the point I was trying to make, right? And I'm happy that we're having this conversation because get it back to point, right? Because his mouth is a loaded weapon. His words is the thing that excites these
Yeah, his
crowds.
history is his
You know what I'm
problem,
saying?
right?
So it's just as deadly as a fucking gun. You know what I'm saying? With 100 rounds, he's spitting 100 words fucking minute. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
he's taking the
And,
L's because of what he do and what
you
he
know what I'm
has
saying?
done. What
So
he has
so
done, right?
so the responsibilities of his words, and just like you said, it
Come
entices a
on, Frank.
riot. You know what I'm saying? It entices all this stuff, right? But the thing is, he still can't get canceled, or you can't put this one thing when it's the whole world is crime against humanity. You know what
But
I'm
hold
saying? He
up,
did
Nick.
credit.
Frank, give me that rebuttal you was trying to give. That rebuttal
No,
you
I
was
was
trying to
just saying
give.
he can't. You can't. I was just simply not
You don't. You
shaking my
hold
head
on. So
because
so
you
so
can't.
no. So you don't agree
You
that
can't.
he shouldn't. He should stop enticing crowds. No, hold on. Granted,
He
let's
did.
not
No,
even
you
talk.
can't. You
Hold on,
can't.
hold on, hold
Okay,
on.
let me
Granted,
tell you this.
no,
As a
wait, Frank.
performer, it is
Let's not
your
even talk
job
about the
to entice the
Astroworld
crowd.
event. Let's talk about
Hold on.
previous
Let me
events. Do
tell you
you
this.
agree that he may
As a
should not?
performer, hold up. As a performer, it is your job to entice the crowd. That is what you're there for.
Entertainment.
Now,
And
what
hold on,
happens while the crowd is
wait. In a
hold on,
negative,
hold
in a
on,
negative
hold on,
way,
hold on. You
because
can't
you trying to twist it
unless
to.
I go out there, unless I'm on stage telling you, now punch that bitch in the face like this. Now punch that bitch in the face. How the fuck you telling me
So
I'm enticing
Keith,
the
no,
crowd or some
Keith,
shit?
chime in on this. So Keith, he should say stump this motherfucker, raid the fence. He should say that.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
no,
That
of
would
because
be
Nick
course.
enticing the
made that
crowd.
point up
I
about it.
don't
So
know if
he
that's what
should
he
say
say.
it.
But what I'm saying
I thought
is
it was
to
proven that
entice
he
the
did. I
crowd.
thought we showed the
No,
audio.
what I'm saying
Come
is
on, Frank.
to entice the crowd is to move the energy. What the people do with that energy is something altogether different.
You're
So
backtracking, and you know it.
no,
Altogether
no, no.
different.
I know what he said. It's like remember, look, Dan Press,
You
look, Dan
backtrack.
Press said this. It's bigger than
It's
hip
been
Swimming
hop, right?
plenty of
backwards.
honest
No,
The
concerts. It's
swimming
been
listen.
plenty,
backwards,
like I said,
brother.
it's motherfuckers that go to places that shit happen like that on purpose.
Key.
Where
That's
you
not what
know
he
it is
said.
intentional for you to go out there and tell motherfuckers to fuck each other up, because that's what they gonna do. They gonna start
But that's
elbowing,
what
knee slap,
we're
they go get in
saying
their mosh
he
pits, they
did.
gonna do their shit.
Frank,
No,
did you
he
miss that
actually
audio? Did you miss the audio when we played? That's what he do. He did and does.
He stopped and told the people not to. He told the people to
that's
help
the
the
thing.
people out. That's the audio I saw.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because now this
I
No,
is
he
the
did
didn't
thing,
tell
both.
right?
nobody, stump nobody out.
No, he did both. He did both.
He did both. He did both. So this is the part. This is what I'm saying. This is the reaction of of this conversation that we had, right? Because it's different perspective, right? And like I say, at the end of the day, right? It don't matter how you chop it up. People are gonna have their own way that they see it. Because if you if you if you got a history of this man, right?
I was gonna
If
say, if
you
you have a
entertain to go to
history of it and he's did it before, then you still took a
wait.
chance of letting your
But
child
look,
go.
but look, yeah, and that's the thing, right? If his history didn't result I could see if it was like the third time in a row that somebody should question, right? This is the first time it happened on a bigger platform after everything been shut down and shit. That's why I say it's a simulation. I'm not saying I'm not gonna live off of a theory, right? It's just fucking common sense. It's just the fact of the matter. The biggest show in Texas where Texas going like you don't need none of this shit.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Okay.
I
Where'd he
hate
I
we
go?
mean,
lost him.
if
He
that's how
was
that go.
on a roll.
If that's how that
Fuck,
go, you know what I'm saying?
damn. He was on a roll. So
Hilarious.
we lost him.
He
I
back.
was trying to see where it was going.
Oh
Yes.
man, see,
He
they
back.
I,
cut me off. They cut me off.
I know how
you
that
know what?
feel.
Conspiracy.
I know
You know
exactly
what?
how
That
that
was
feel.
done on purpose. Key. They cut Nick off on purpose. Nick was about to finish some shit that somebody didn't want him to finish.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
I
the
know
thing is,
exactly how
right?
that feel.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the simulation of the shit that they wanted the direction we want to go down to at the beginning, you know what I'm saying, for this new year. So this is the mind fuck that they're trying to put you on, right? And how many people is gonna follow behind it? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is like, oh, let all the kids be safe. You don't take them out there because this guy is da 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 da. But no simple then going back to what's the other person name that did something recently? Uh Chris Rock, where it's like he was sick and he went out there and did some concert and got the COVID. And it's like, okay, well, you shouldn't have went to his concert, or you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, just like, let's take it to the
He said he was
Sturgis.
sick, and he went did the concert and caught COVID. He said,
You know what I'm
first of all, you shouldn't have went out there. You were sick.
You know what I'm saying? Just like,
I mean,
look,
first and foremost, that does make sense. I mean, that you said that. Shit.
you know what I'm saying?
You
So
gotta
the thing
live first.
but I'm saying, just like the Sturgis, you know, I was a big Harley Davidson motorcycle rider, but people wait for any moment. They could have went to Sturgis, right? Then they say Sturgis had everybody at Sturgis got COVID, went back home and spread it from all over the United States. You know what I'm saying? But so nobody should be riding around with no helmet on, so forth and so on. Now the accident
Right.
just went up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
then
You
there's
gotta
a
be
big old
smart.
motorcycle gang fight.
And I think that's what we said. You still gotta be smart.
And that's the
in
whole
these
thing. You got to
times.
be smart.
It was a whole lot of reasons to
You
why
don't
that
gotta
could have
go.
been wrong.
Can I
You're
go
gonna-
to
you
Seaside? Can I go to Seaside and get the red back?
Whatever you need to do, baby boy.
This nigga here.
Right, you saw how you baited that shit. You baited the whole answer.
You know what I'm saying? That was all the way yours anyways, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know.
I should have been when got that motherfucker. But go ahead.
You know, but so hear me clear. People are the you know what I'm saying, that's out there, you know what I'm saying, is hearing our voice, right? That we can't let them slowly turn us into cave dwellers. We can't entice fear from us. Whatever amounts of money it is, it's not going to cost us our lives, right? So if we take that away, the moment that we want to do it, it's like we didn't exit all the options away for us to just go have some nice shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like them messing with Frankie Beverly and Maze. That's how big this Travis Scott is. So if somebody said Frankie Beverly and Maze, they ate some bad crawfish and oysters and don't go to Frankie Beverly and Maze concert, and we always ate it the time before. You got that right. I'm just not gonna eat, but I'm gonna go hear the music.
And on top of that,
Not to
brother,
hand on
just
Frankie Beverly and Maze, but I mean, I don't think that. I don't think
I don't think you finna
I
say
don't-
something we
yeah.
like. You might want to stop while you're at it.
That's the
I don't
biggest thing
think-
going still.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think this was gonna go well.
People who go to
I was
Frankie
waiting
Beverly
on
and
Keith
Maze
to help
concerts
you,
are
but he
sick.
just
Do
let
not
you
say
fall out
it.
in
Do
that
not
water
say
like
it.
that.
I
Frank,
ain't saying
do not
nothing.
say it.
It's
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
I'm
go
in the
well.
fine. I'm
I'm like
always
Freaky
Listen,
ass
fine.
listen, hold on. What he said?
I
Hold
don't
on,
care.
hold
All
on.
I'm
It was
saying
Nick.
is
When he said
he
first
was not.
off, Frankie
You can't
Beverly,
call
I
it
was
the
just
two
like had the side
because
like you gonna go there like that? Like that
they
didn't
weren't the
sound right.
same generation. I'm saying you wouldn't have nothing like that at a Frankie Beverly and Maze concert because you know they dignify people and go see Frankie Beverly and Maze. People who got sick
I
Okay,
didn't
go
see
see
that's
something
Frankie
different.
about
Beverly and
which.
Maze.
That's my nigga there.
Right, that's
That's
what I'm
my
saying. It ain't
nigga.
Yeah.
even the same
But
shit.
Sammy
again,
motherfucking Davis
Mhm.
the third. Goddamn it.
yeah.
Mhm.
See that soft
Yeah,
shoe
I'm
that
just
nigga?
saying
Well,
it
hold
would
on.
be that was just a bad that was a bad
No, we're not going off script. I'm
you know
reeling
what I'm
it in.
saying?
I'm reeling it in. So hold on, let me finish my point. So first of all, brother, stop making it easy. You know, the shit that they're trying to get you on is the shit that you do. So at some point, you just have to be smart about how you want to conduct your concert. Again, your
Yeah.
history can be your
Period.
problem. So yeah.
But that's
Well,
period
I
And
though.
think I think
just don't make it easy for them to do this shit that they're doing because it couldn't have
Right.
been all that if you didn't have a history of that. So you're right.
But then the other thing that I say, look, I got
I think that we could I think it's cool for us to look at, you know, shit and say, okay, well, look, nigga, you know these motherfuckers got your ass under the scope, so you got to tread lightly. But it's exceptionally hard when they criminalize you. Just what you do. What you do is not looked at as bad when nobody else does it. Historically, right?
Right.
For fucking 40 years, right? Motherfuckers been moshing since 1970, right? And all of a sudden now, when I do it, right, the normal shit that rock star motherfuckers do, because I don't consider myself no fucking I don't consider myself a fucking rap star. I'm a rock star. I'm fucking selling out stadiums, whole festivals and shit, right? And all of a
He was
sudden,
the headliner for a reason, right?
right? And
Right.
all of a sudden now,
All of a sudden, it's all my fault.
the shit that happens you know what I'm saying, in these types of scenarios with this type of energy, historically, is now made to be something special, and it's special because it's somehow my fault. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Now,
Wow. I like that
I
point.
will accept the same. I will accept the same amount of responsibility that motherfuckers accept
Michael Jackson.
at a fucking metal concert. Fuck Michael Jackson.
Grateful Dead concert,
Yeah.
nigga. Yeah.
You know, Megadeth
9-inch
concert.
nails and all
But
that
look,
You
shit.
feel what I'm saying?
That type of liability.
That's where the
Right.
motherfuckers is throwing bowls. For real,
Right.
for real. Like
Right.
a real mosh pit.
You're the first motherfucker this happened to. Ever.
Drugs, no water, hot,
Right.
dehydration.
There's never been a stampede at a concert.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but look,
so all of a sudden,
I tell you
that
what.
is me.
Right. I'm that dude.
You know what I'm saying? Now you want to isolate me because remember, you got a tool that wasn't available for a whole lot of years, you know, when all this shit was going on. Which
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. I can put you on World Star just like that.
But look,
fast as lightning, and everybody got an opinion, and everybody think that motherfucker count.
Right.
That's the fastest ever.
Well, you know what? Look, I would like to see them survive at an honest concert. Slam! Dun, dun,
That's
dun,
what I'm
dun,
saying, man.
Let
We
the
was
boys be boys. Shit, my goodness. And you had on steel
But
toe boots from Kmart, nigga.
Key,
You know what I'm saying?
again, he's the performer and he's the
That's how you
performer
gonna sign a crowd, though.
and the tag and the marquee. It's his marquee festival. So again,
They
you
trying to water
can't
that dude down.
you can't because you are
Straight up.
double attached to it. You know you're the name and you bring the people. You can't be out here enticing the crowd. You just can't make it that easy. Right.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see how it works
then
out.
the other crazy part, right? Look, then the other clip I seen, they try to get him on some Satan worshiping thing, and I was like, all right, I have to just cut it off. I have to go take care of my business for the day.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, come on now y'all preaching on a little thing, but you could go to Ozzy Osbourne concert where he biting heads off of chickens and birds, you know, like that's supposed to really be the thing, you know what I'm saying? So
but y'all win every time he did it. They got some people that can tell you every concert he did it at. They win every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about play Pink Floyd records back, you know what I'm saying? Zip, 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 and then just tell you some old craziness shit, you know what I'm saying? So Ouija boards and all the rest of that. But like I said, all the other people that's trying to mess with this man's money, you know what I'm saying? One day they gotta have accountability on even what kind of shit they put out there to make people say, hey, we're not safe and sane no more. So his firework display wasn't you know what I'm saying, the little sparklers, you know what I'm saying, that turns from
sparklers to
thermalite to look from thermalite on the iron thing to the little paper ones that still stay on the fire when you throw them in the trash can. So you got to get a bucket of water. You know what I'm saying? You know the metal one was out because it didn't glow no more. But the paper is fester and burns forever. So yeah, leave that man alone. Whatever it is, y'all was entertained. Y'all be entertained. So just act like it was 300. Were y'all not entertained? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
great
that's
wrong.
rough,
You know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? People got it, but a lot of people enjoy it. Good thing they made it back home safe. They're alive. They could talk about it for years. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you the ones that survive it take their ass back.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
All right.
Much love.
Well, with that, we are at damn near an hour and a half. Another good one. Another good subject.
Another good one. Thank y'all. Yeah.
Well, let me thank everybody who joined us live at 5/7 Central on the Piranha Pond StreamCast from Facebook and YouTube Live. Check us out on the replays. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Shows up in real time. You know, we always like that. Catch us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, tentative schedule.
Your TNTs. I'm going to have to drop dynamite on them again next time. Hello, mother. Love y'all.
Well, love you more, baby.
As I said, once again, we have been live at 5/7 Central from the Piranha Pond, and now we are